Hello, we are today on part 2 of the Muktika Upanishad. And as I made note in the first video, there are lists of Upanishads in this Upanishad. I'm not reading the list because you can find this Upanishad online. It's not a hard one to find. And these lists are also available on like Wikipedia, whatever. Just making the video a little easier on my throat and also easier for you. So I'll let you know when we get to the parts that skip ahead. Part 2. Then Maruti asked Lord Rama, "Please relate to me separately the Shanti mantras of the different Vedas." Sri Rama then said, "My speech rests on my mind." That is the beginning of the Shanti mantra of the 10 Upanishads forming part of the Rig Veda. I am skipping the 10 Upanishads, moving on to verse 2. That which lies beyond is full. That is the beginning of the Shanti mantra of the 19 Upanishads forming part of the Sukla Yajur Veda. Skipping those, moving to verse 3. May the Brahman of the Upanishads protect us both. That is the beginning of the Shanti mantra of the 32 Upanishads forming part of the Krishna Yajur Veda. And I'm skipping those, moving on to verse 4. May the unseen powers nourish. That is the beginning of the Shanti mantra of the 16 Upanishads forming part of the Sama Veda. And I'm skipping that list, moving on to verse 5. May we hear with our ears the auspicious truth of the Vedanta. That is the beginning of the Shanti mantra of the 31 Upanishads of the Atharva Veda. And I'm skipping that list, moving on to verse 6. Men who are seekers after liberation are well equipped with the 4 requisite means. They should approach properly, with gifts in the hands, a good teacher who is dedicated, belonging to a good family, well versed in the Vedas, interested in the scriptures, of good quality, straightforward, interested in the welfare of all creatures, compassionate, and learn in the prescribed manner the 108 Upanishads. Study them through listening, reflection, and deep absorption continuously. The accumulated karmas will be dissolved. The 3 kinds of bodies are abandoned, and like the ether of the pot, when released from its upadi, it will rise to the fullness called Videhi Mukti. This indeed is the absolute liberation known as Kaivalya Mukti. That is why even those in the Brahmaloka get identity with Brahma after listening to the Upanishads from his mouth, and for everyone, absolute liberation is stated to be attainable only through knowledge, not through karma, rituals, not through Sankhya yoga or worship. Thus it is said. And thus is the end of part 2 of this Upanishad.